Because what I was trying to get with earlier is that, like, you know, I lost my drive to make videos and stuff. I lost my drive to work on stuff that I thought were my passions and whatnot. But then I lost the drive because it started becoming more of a job to me, and I was like, man, it's like, I don't know if I want that. Like, this used to be fun. Now it's not so fun because my idea of what's good is like it keeps getting higher and higher and higher, and it's harder and harder and harder to reach that expectation. So yeah, so what I'm trying to do for the moment is to try to find something I truly enjoy and try getting good at those first. So then I learn how to overcome that perfectionism. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. And that's what I was doing for like the last 6 months, was just trying to figure out stuff that I enjoy, stuff that I do, and stuff because I, for a while, was very antisocial, I guess. When I was in high school. Once I graduated, I moved to Florida, and I wanted to make a complete turn. And luckily, I wasn't like super antisocial to where I could just flick it off. You know, I was at a point where I could just like flick it off and then like, I'm gonna try talking to people. It's gonna be very uncomfortable and whatnot, but it's something that I can get over. Especially when I was working a job of which I interact with people a lot more. So the more I talked with people, the more comfortable I was with it. And then so I learned to become a little bit more extroverted, I guess. So then when that happening, I became very social. I started hanging out with almost everyone and anyone, and I always pandered to what they like to do. Of course, there was some stuff that, you know, I would be uncomfortable with, you know, what with like if they were to all start smoking. I don't smoke. So if they were all start smoking, it's like I wouldn't partake, but it wouldn't stop me from hanging out with them and whatnot, you know. But overall, I always pandered to what other people like to do. And so for a while, I just did stuff because other people enjoyed it. And then so I forgot about what made me happy and whatnot. I didn't know. And then for the last 6 months where I felt the most alone, I really got to reflect on myself, and I really got to figure out what I enjoy and what I want to do and what I want to pursue. I spent all morning trying to work on like making this look as professional as possible, working on social media, trying to expand, trying to make it big, doing streaming and stuff. So I put forth that work and the effort. Let me read your message. With my music, I get very picky about what's good. Like I've spent 100 hours on a project once just to abandon it because I didn't think it was good. I just need positive feedback from people because I know that it at least makes other people happy. And that is a huge content hurdle to get over. So, and I was the same way for a while for music because for a while I just put out whatever I wanted. I just put it. It's like I didn't care if it was good. I didn't care if like it was bad. It's like I enjoyed making this. I want to release it, and that was my mentality when I was making a lot of videos. So I did singing covers that were terrible. I did voice acting videos that were okay. There were just some videos I would release, and I was like, I was lazy, but hey, I got it done. And that's not a. And then so I realized how terrible of a mentality that was. My singing was so bad, I was told to kill myself over in some of my comments. It was pretty bad. So I took a hiatus from singing. I mostly spent time doing voice acting and video work for Tyler and stuff, and then for some other channels and whatnot. I was working with this one group where I did audio frameworking and whatnot, and I was taking this time to sort of behind the scenes improve my singing and whatnot. I kept practicing. I was doing like vocal warm-ups and stuff, and I was learning stuff. And then but then when I felt like I was ready to start back up, I was dating someone who was raised in a very strict household of perfectionism and whatnot. Even through music, she had to be perfect with everything. And so when I would try to get stuff, when I would try to release a cover or something, I would record in front of her, or I'd send her my draft or whatever, and she says, yeah, but this needs to be like this needs to be like this needs to be like this needs like it. Ultimately, she wanted me to record it perfect and stuff, and it was something that it kept knocking me down, I guess, and that's why I just didn't make a lot of videos. She really put me down, and it wasn't her intention, you know. She wasn't trying to like, it's like, She wasn't trying to put me down in that way. It's just how it turned out, it's just the way she was raised and the way that she handled things. um and so it really lowered my drive to make content, because I was like, man, I must be shit, I must be really bad at making content. So we broken up for quite a few years now, and so I talked to her again recently, last year. But we're good now. I mean, we're not close friends or anything, but I mean, we don't hate each other. That's basically it, and that's all I can ask for. But yeah, and so recently I started realizing, you know what, like, I really enjoyed doing this. I'm gonna try to pursue it again. I'm gonna try pursuing it, and now that I've done all this research about how to make it big and stuff, I'm gonna try to put forth that research and to see what I can make out of this. So it's like I have the know-how, and now I just need the drive and the motivation to do so, which I have now. So fingers crossed that this goes well.